What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And on this broadcast, we're going to be bantering about the difference makers, the X factors for the American League East. Now, before I get into my list, I want to hear from you. Let me know, who are the X factors for each team in the American League East? Let me know that down in the comments, or find me over on Twitter at banter_baseball, where we can keep the conversation rolling. Now, as we begin in alphabetical order with the Baltimore Orioles, their X factor is Adley Rutschman. This was very obvious and blatant and apparent when Rutschman got called up last season. The Orioles started to change the course of their franchise and their direction. I think that when you look at what this player can provide, this can be the next wave, the next Cal Ripken Jr. for the Baltimore Orioles. Now, yes, that is a bold claim to make, but I think that he has that sort of leadership presence in that clubhouse already. Even as a rookie, he came up and was a big-time difference maker. I think a full season of Adley Rutschman in Baltimore is really going to push the O's towards the postseason. Now, yes, there can be a lot that wasn't done for this team in this offseason. I think that there are still things and moves to be made for them throughout the course of this 2023 campaign to push them towards the postseason. But I think that having a full season of Adley Rutschman will allow the O's to truly see what they have in this organization with this player as their leader and the new face of their franchise. So for that reason, Adley Rutschman is the X factor for the Baltimore Orioles. As we look at the Boston Red Sox, to me, one player really stands out, and it is Triston Casas. I think that when you look at Boston, they've had a revolving door at first base. This has been a position of weakness for a long time, and I think that for them, being able to try to plant someone in permanently at that position in a guy like Triston Casas could be a guy who could absolutely help change and push this franchise back towards postseason contention. To me, Boston is really at the precipice of a breaking point. I think that when we look at the way that things have kind of panned out for them this offseason, there's a lot of questions, and a lot more questions than they have answers right now. But if they can get a guy like Triston to be able to be that everyday first baseman, somebody that they can rely upon in the middle of that order, this is going to be a guy who they can help try to build around for this organization. We know that they've signed Rafi Devers to a long-term contract now, so you start to lay the groundwork. And if you can get Casas planted in at first base to pair with his partner across the diamond in Rafi Devers, to me, this is a very big and potential fit for the Boston Red Sox. So for that reason, Triston Casas is their X factor. Now, as we look at the New York Yankees, their X factor is DJ LeMahieu. When you look at the absolute embarrassment that was the Yankees' performance in the 2022 ALCS against the Houston Astros, it was very glaringly apparent that they needed a guy like DJ LeMahieu, someone who can put the ball into play, someone who's going to not necessarily try to hit home runs and rely upon a power game that is, and very clearly was, neutralized. I think that being able to get back to being healthy, a guy that they're going to plug into that lineup every single day, kind of move him around through first, second, and third. This is going to be a guy who is absolutely necessary at a healthy level and a bounce back MVP type level for the Yankees to be successful. I think that there's an opportunity for DJ to go into the 2023 season healthy, strong, and regaining that MVP caliber form with his contact first orientation. And I think that this is going to be a guy who really helps the Yankees succeed in 2023. And that is why he is the X factor. Now, as we look at the Tampa Bay Rays, it's very clear their franchise face, Wander Franco, is the X factor. To me, for Tampa, Wander is such a key and pivotal point. This is a guy who they have given the most money in franchise history to. And going forward, this is the guy who has to prove that he is healthy. If he is healthy, this can be one of the very best players in Major League Baseball. Top 5, top 10 player in all of Major League Baseball when healthy. But to this point, he has not proven that he is capable of staying healthy and on the field. If the 2023 season can be a proving ground for Wander Franco of his health and his stability as a member of that Tampa Bay Rays organization, as a middle of the order bat, a presence and at the premium spot of shortstop, this is going to be a guy who absolutely helps the Rays get back to postseason contention in a very big way, and potentially even get back to being a World Series caliber team. For that reason, Wander Franco is the X factor. Now, when it comes to the Toronto Blue Jays, I think this is probably going to be the most controversial of the selections for the X factor, but to me, it's Jose Berrios. I think that when you look at the acquisition of Jose Berrios by the Toronto Blue Jays from the Minnesota Twins, this was a guy who has all the makings of a potential Cy Young winner. To me, there's a lot to love about the stuff that this player has. There's a reason why they extended him so quickly, but there's going to be a lot that has to be proven by this player. He has been truly inconsistent for a very long time. There has to be a degree, a change in the mentality, taking him to another level of his game. If that is something that can happen in 2023, we could potentially be seeing a breakout of the next Cy Young level pitcher. I think that having a guy like Alek Manoah, who was very close to being named the X Factor for me in this article that we have on LaracuenteLedger.com, as well as this video here, but to me, being able to kind of unlock that mentality, unlock that drive is going to be what allows the Blue Jays to really bank on this player. To me, the stuff that Berrios has is a guy who truly can jump up to another level for Major League Baseball, but it's going to take that shift in mentality. It's going to take taking things to another level. But to me, if Jose Berrios can do it, he puts the Blue Jays as a absolute powerhouse World Series contending favorite. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your thoughts, your feelings down in the comment section below, or find me over on Twitter at banter_baseball, where we can keep the conversation rolling as to who the X factors are for each team in the American League East. Let me know that down in the comments, or find me over on Twitter. As I said, and if you want to show us more support, you can find us on our Twitter account. Join us there. You can also find us on our Instagram and TikTok pages, Baseball Banter Broadcast. You can head over to LaracuenteLedger.com, our blog site, where we discuss and have different articles up every day on the world of Major League Baseball, as well as other things. And if you want to show even more support, head over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com. It is our merchandise shop in which we have a ton of promo codes going through the banner where you can use to save on your banter merch. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you haven't already done so, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and the bell for post notifications, as over 95% of our audience is not yet subscribed to this channel. So we are continuing to try to grow this baseball family, this baseball community here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast. So if you love the world of Major League Baseball and hearing me banter about this beautiful, wonderful game, hit that subscribe button down below, as it does a huge service for us. So I will catch you guys on the next broadcast when we continue to banter about the world of baseball. Peace.